You got me shaking, yeah, I feel the fever coming on. Oh, you know you're all I want. Keep saying that I hate it, but it's kind of fun. Watching me come undone. No more games. Can't we just say its name instead of...
Let me come for me.
It's different. No one else has a name like
The key to a happy home.
Oh, that decides it then.
this. Cannot be happening.
오! 오, 좋았어. 마지막에 너무 아쉬워.
맛있겠어요.
맛있었구나.
잘 먹겠습니다.
응.
야, 나 너무 많이 준 거 아니야?
응, 많이 먹어. 근데 이거 다 1인분씩 딱 한 건데 그릇이 좀 작긴 해.
Given it any thought, but it has been pointed out to me that you carry DNA of great potential. An improvement on the existing mediocre stock.
And what do you mean, mediocre stock?
That would be you. But residing within you?
Start acting like a bro. Gonna go round and round.
And let's go. We're gonna the honorable. I think a birthday party is a terrible idea. On the other hand, some businesses are certain the fire actually works. Maybe she's just here. We have plenty of room. No, we don't. Come on, Chewie. She's fake.
Welding converts my easy bake oven to some kind of high-powered.
You're welcome. No! Excuse me, can I interject something? Apartment, so you can throw a surprise party. Show me your citrus.
Sheldon, do you have anything to say that has anything to do with...
Nice. There's no reason to bring my looks into this. Very old. 60 years. son, am I not?
Yeah, starting with the show.
Be, but the fact is, it wouldn't